using the techniques that we're working with. And if you want the hair to bevel under a little bit too, you can take your razor from underneath and lightly scoop that in very gently so you're not taking away any length. You're just giving that a little bit of a bevel from underneath so that the haircut does all the work for you. See where that's starting to come into play a little bit now? Maybe you have a hair that's flipping out. You have that client in the chair that always has that one side that wants to do its own thing. Since that's the problem area, you go in and you correct it. Very lightly. See how I just fixed that? So that can be used on everybody. So now we just have so many options here. We can leave it full, one length. We can go in and add some layers. We can stack it out a little bit. We can bring our layers from top out. What do you think? I want you guys to get a little involved and tell me what you think you'd like to see here. From the top out? That's a good one. That's definitely what you should do. First, I want to open her eyes a little bit here. What? Huh? What I'm doing is rolling my razor. So I find my length that I want. I'm going to keep her longer for now. And I'm rolling my razor right at that length. So I'm just softening up the ends. And I'm doing it a little bit at a time because I want to see a really soft fringe rather than a really heavy bang. See already how that's softening? Too far back, our guests are walking around like this. So when they're upright and this hair falls back in its home, it's going to be back here. And if you've already established your layers, you're going to interfere with the layers you've already done. So now you might have more layers than you originally wanted. Does that make sense? So we'll just work with that front section and cut the hair in its natural position. Now I'm going to find the bending point of separation where her hair splits. I'm going to start my layers from the top there. I'm going to find where the hair bends and go just above that, because if I go in here, the hair is going to want to stand up a little too much. Unless that's what you're looking for, then that's okay, but just know that you want to be careful there. So I'm going to do pie sections through the top. This is going to give her a lot of volume. How many of your guests are always looking for more volume through the top? Pretty much everybody, right? So this is a great technique to do to build up that volume without really adding a lot of layers. So that's pie section cutting. And you can do just the crown and stop if you like. Or you can go ahead and move it towards the front. But remember, you're not going into a heavy layer, you're just staying on that top section. Start every section from the same area here. You see, as I'm cutting, I'm holding my fingers open just like this so that this hand is like balancing the hair and holding it nice and steady for me. Sorry? Just the top section is what I'm working with right now, exactly. To get that volume. So just about finished there. Alright, now I'm going to do, again, is the weave technique that I showed you earlier. Do the sides where they appear to be a little heavy. But you want to be very subtle with this. You can also use the point of your razor to go in. If you visually see any heavy areas, let your eye do the work. Go in and remove that with the point of your razor. Okay, look to the other side. Now can you see the shape already building in there? She's really not going to have to do much to her hair. The haircut's there. Alright, one more last thing I'm going to do, the rolling of the razor to lighten up the ends all the way through, just at the very ends of the haircut there.
Okay, hold on.
My razor is towards, between me and the ceiling, so it's right about here. It's like in a 45. Just letting the hair fall into the razor, and I'm bringing the razor towards me when I do that. And what that does is just gives it a nice airy feel. You definitely want to start this more subtle. So to get used to doing that technique, you might want to start in the top section to kind of get used to it. So you can start there. But once you find that that works for you, you're going to love it, and your clients are going to think it's really cool too. Alright, little lady, we're going to get you styled, and then I'm going to take a look afterwards. I always style my clients in the salon because I want to see the haircut dry. Just in case there's something, you know, especially if it's a new cut, something that's not working exactly right. I want it to be perfect or pretty darn close. So I'll do a little dry cutting after as well. How does she look so far? I'm going to get you to stand up so I can get a good eye level of the neckline. Turn around for me.
Twenty years? 40 years, okay. And you had to shop how long? Okay. And you don't remember writing it all, you don't write it all on us, but they had a store over there. And Gail used to be our boss over there. There was the school, not too far from here.
Alright, so back to this haircut. She can wear it really smooth and sleek. She can bevel it under. She can bevel one side, leave the other side edgy. She can even take that and flip it out a little bit. Okay, she can pump up the volume on the top, or like I said, bring it back into a more sleek, casual look. What do you guys think about that?
Beautiful.
Do a little turn. Forward.
Yeah.
Shake your head again.
Shake it.
So it's going to fall right back into place, no matter if the wind's strong or whichever. The hair
That
is
looks
in there.
great. Looks super cute.
Look at this, she turned like a model now. Boy, my haircut didn't really change her attitude.